think that's everybody. Okay, guys, then let's get started. I'm just going to quickly pin so that I can make sure that I stay in frame. Okay. Good morning, guys. Hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everybody can hear me fine.
Yes.
Okay, we get great. Okay, so we're going to start off with some rotation of the lower back. We're going to do this with knees side to side. So you're going to lie down on your back, arms out to the side, knees together, pull towards your chest. And from here, you're going to gently rock your knees from side to side, trying to keep those shoulders on the floor. And we're going to do 10 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. From here, we're going to still focus on that lower back a little bit. You're going to go into your prone position, or in other words, you're going to go and lie down on your stomach. Arms out in the shape of a cross. And you're going to bring your left leg to your right hand, or try to get it as close as you can. And you're going to do 10 in total. So you're going to alternate from side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So guys, I'm counting you through the repetitions because I want you to work at a nice and relaxed pace. Most of you are CrossFitters, so you want to do everything for time. But this is not the case for these kinds of movements. So that's why I'm counting you through them, just so that you can have an idea of the pace at which you should do them. Okay, guys, just make sure that your microphones are muted. I don't have a very loud voice, so any disturbance just distracts from that. Okay, next up, we're going to go onto our feet. And you're going to spread your feet out a little bit in the form of a triangle. You're going to hip hinge forward. You're going to place your one hand on the floor in front of you, in the middle of your legs, and then you're going to rotate open, and you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Okay? And you're going to reach back down and across and squeeze them together. We're going to do 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next up, we're going to switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So staying in that position on your feet, we're going to now speed up a little bit. So we're going to do bent over thoracic rotations. Okay, so we're literally just speeding it up, and this time we're going to alternate. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Any kind of rotation work with an extended arm or even a bent arm is really great for opening up that thoracic, especially with all the sitting that we're doing nowadays. Okay, from here, we're going to focus on the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to go into our quadruped position. So quadruped just means knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And we're first just going to do one arm. So it's almost like half a swimmer. So you're going to start with your hand between your shoulder blades, keeping that elbow, sorry, just a second, keeping that elbow as high as you can. From here, we're going to extend our hand forward, straightening out our arm as high as you can. You're going to rotate it over to the side as high as you can. When you get to your shoulder, rotate that palm so that it's facing up, keeping that hand high, and then bringing that hand back up against your back between your shoulder blades if you can. And then back again. The whole time looking for that maximum range of motion to the top. That's one. Nice and controlled. That's two. Shaking is good. If you're shaking while you're doing this, it's good. That's three. That's four. One more. That's five. Onto the other side. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. So guys, some of you might notice some imbalances when you're doing these movements. For instance, for myself, during the shoulder cars or the CARs, I really noticed my left side isn't as, my right side isn't as mobile as my left side. So I struggled with that internal rotation, and this is also the shoulder that's prone to injuries. So that gives you an idea of how a lack of mobility can lead to injuries. Also, you can use these sessions and the videos as an identifying tool. So while you're doing the movements and you notice, whoa, my left side is doing this easier than my right side, then you know that the right side is something that you need to focus on, for example. Okay. From here, we're going to go into cat-cows, and we're going to combine it with the wrist stretch. So back into your quadruped position, you're going to turn your fingers towards your knees so that we stretch out those ankles. Okay. Now we're going to focus on first squeezing our shoulder blades together and driving our stomach towards the floor, looking up with our head. And then we're going to go into the cat, where we're going to pull our shoulder blades apart and pull in our stomach as much as we can. We're going to do this 10 times. So that was one. Two. Really search for that maximum range of motion. Three. Four. Five. Six. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, next up, we're going to stretch out the shoulders a little bit more in that overhead position, but we're going to do it in the form of a down dog. So there's two options here. You can do a regular down dog, which I will show. Okay, so just a regular down dog, hips to the sky, shoulders through the arms. If you're a little bit more advanced, we have a little bit more arm strength, then you can do single arms. This gives you an even greater stretch on that shoulder. So you're going to do a single arm down dog, and you're going to hold it for 3 seconds. And we're going to do 10 of those. So alternating those. And then if you cannot do single arms, then you're just going to do 10 regular down dogs with a 3 second hold in the bottom. So the single arm down dogs, same story, hips in the sky. This is not about the hamstrings. This is about the shoulders, so you can bend the knees a little bit if it helps. You're going to go into one hand, and you're going to grab behind your leg, and you're going to pull your head past your shoulder towards your knee. You're going to hold it for 3 seconds, and we're going to switch. 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. That's 8. 1, 2, 3. That's 9. And one more. 1, 2, 3. That's 10. Okay. From here on, we're going to take the spine into an extension. So you're going to lie on your butt. We're going to do glute bridges with a 2 seconds pause at the top. So heels close to your butt, onto your back, arms next to your side. From here, we're going to drive our hip towards the ceiling, squeezing the glutes and holding it there for 2 seconds. And we're going to do 10. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's 2. 1, 2. That's 3. Make sure you really squeeze those glutes, guys. 1, 2. That's 4. 1, 2. 5. 1, 2. That's 6. 1, 2. That's 7. 1, 2. That's 8. 1, 2. That's 9. And one more. 1, 2. Okay. That stretches out your hip flexors a little bit as well. So we're going to now work on the external rotation of the hip. So again, onto your back. I'm going to start by putting your foot on your knee, your one foot on your knee. Then you're going to grab behind your ankle with your one hand. And you're going to grab your knee in the front. So you're going to be doing two things. You're going to be pushing away your knee and pulling your foot towards your body. Okay? We're working on that external rotation of the hip. And we're going to do this in 3 positions. I'm just going to show you from this side. We're going to do one about here, so almost in line with your hip. You're going to do one a little bit to the side, and then you're going to do one as far out with the knee as you can. Okay? And you're going to hold it for 3 seconds. This is a little bit more of a workout than just a stretch. So if I'm even more out of breath, forgive me. Okay, we're going to start with our knee in line with our hip. we're going to pull our foot towards our body and press away with our knee, and we're going to hold it for 3 seconds. 2, 3. Okay. Going to move it out a little bit. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go all the way out, and we're going to do the same. 1, 2, 3. And shake it out, and then we're going to start again. We're going to do 5 of these on each side. 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. All the way out. 1, 2, 3. Shake it out. Again. 1, 2, 3. To the side. 1, 2, 3. All the way out to the side. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Okay, 2 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I don't know if you guys noticed it from yourselves as well, but I could see the range of motion increasing towards the latter part of those 5. So that's good news. Okay. Now for the other side. So hips aligned, pulling the foot, pressing the knee away. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maximum position to the side. 1, 2, 3. Check it out. And again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 more to go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, I need a sip of water after that. Okay. Next, we're going to do bootstrap squats. What are those? Those are the baby makers, but I found a better name for them. Okay. So we're going to stand up. Our feet are going to be in our squat position and our squat width. Remember to start the movement by driving the hips back and not just bending at the knees. If you find yourself on your toes or the weight towards your toes in the bottom of the squat, it's because you didn't drive your hips back. So we're going to start off by hips back, and then we're going to go into that squat position. In the bottom of the squat, we're almost going to do a zombie squat. So from here, I want you to bring your arms up, chest proud. We're going to hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to place your fingers underneath your toes and stretch out those legs as far as you can, stretching out the hamstrings. Hold that for 3 seconds and then back down. Zombie squat. 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's number 3. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. In this upright position, guys, drive your hips forward. try and get your chest as proud as you can. And up. 1, 2, 3. That's 6. 1, 2, 3. And up. 1, 2, 3. That's 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 8. In that squat, knees out, chest up, and up. 1, 2, 3. That's 9. One more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So from that, your hamstring should be a little looser, and for sure your lower back should be warmed up and burning even a little bit if you've been working really hard to keep that chest up. Okay, next up, we're going to have my lovely assistant into the room. Okay, we're going to do foxtails. So what that means is, just going to turn my mat slightly. You're going to basically sit on your one foot while extending the other leg to the side. The idea is to stretch out the groin area over here and the inner part of the leg. Okay. So with your knee bent and your foot tucked in underneath your body, you're going to place your hands in front of you and you're going to rock forward. This foot is this toe I'm pointing. I'm keeping this knee locked. I'm going to rock forward, and now comes the fun part. I'm going to rock as far back as I can. Okay, and we're going to do this 10 times. Position yourself so that you can feel the hip and the inside of the leg. Okay, so you might have to scoot around a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6. If you've got a good split going, you should feel it in both sides of the body, both groin areas. 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I always start off by demonstrating the easy side. The other side for me is not so easy. Again, an imbalance in the hips, I guess. Okay. 1. Keep that toe pointed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Okay. Now that we've started to open up those hips a little bit, we're going to open them up even more. We're going to do this in the form of a pigeon pose. So you're going to go into a lunge position. You're going to bring your foot across and you're going to let your knee fall to the side. Now, ideally speaking, you want to have your shin parallel to your body. If this is too hard, you can bring your foot in a little bit, that's okay. And then we're going to try and keep a proud chest when we lean forward. So like this, not like that. Okay, you just want to stretch out that lower back a little bit as well. Then you're going to walk forward with your hands as far as you can. And then we're going to hold that for 45 seconds. This is usually the time during mobility where you can do a little bit of soul searching. You've got time in your hands, alone with your thoughts. You should feel a good pull in your glute and in your hamstring. Another 15 seconds, and then we're going to switch sides. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Okay. Also, guys, if you notice anything that you're struggling with as far as different mobility or different positions in the mobility work, just send me a message and I can always tag you in some stretches that could specifically help you, so that by the time we get back to training inside, you'll be nice and flexible and ready to hit those workouts with good posture. Okay, and that's it. That's 45 seconds. Okay, so we've just stretched out the glutes and the hamstrings. We wouldn't want to forget about the quads. So we're just going to do a back leaning quad stretch. So one leg is going to be extended. The other leg is going to be folded up, foot underneath the glute. Try and keep those knees together. And from here, we're going to lean back as far as you can, trying to keep this knee on the floor, okay? And we're going to hold this position for 45 seconds. Try not to excessively arch the back, okay? So pull in the stomach, because otherwise you're not stretching out the quad, you're just arching your back. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and switch. When you do mobility work regularly, you'll notice how often your lower back compensates for a lack of mobility somewhere else. And then you can understand why so many people, including myself sometimes, have issues with your lower back, because it's constantly compensating for everything else that you should be working on. So always keep that in mind, that you should be controlling your core, right? Your lower back, your abdominal muscles. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And we're going to go into stretching our ankles a little bit. We're going to go into a tucked position, so everything nicely tucked underneath the body, foot out a little bit to the side. So now we're going to use our shoulder to drive our knee over our toe, and then move our knee around a little bit, okay, so that we can stretch a range of motion. We do not want the knee to collapse on the inside of the toe. Okay, so in line with the big toe and to the outside. And we're going to keep moving this around for 45 seconds, the whole time trying to drive our knee further forward whilst keeping our heel on the floor. You might have to move around a little bit just to find that sweet spot that really stretches out that ankle. For each person, it will be slightly different depending on your dimensions. Okay. Okay. Another 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to switch. Another 10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, guys, then we've made it through the list. Now we're just going to finish off with our squat holds. So every day you should spend at least 2 minutes in your squat position. Every day you don't squat is a day you can't squat. So now that everything's nice and loosey-goosey and everything's nice and warmed up, I'm sure I'm going to see beautiful squats. So feet into your squat position, shooting those hips back into the bottom of that squat, keeping the chest nice and proud. And we're going to hold this position for 2 minutes. If it starts to get a little too intense, then stand up, shake out the legs, and go back into that squat. Okay. So focus on everything that a good squat should have. Proud chest, knees out to the side. Activate those, stay activated in that bottom position. Don't slouch. Keep everything nice and tense. This is a great way to check your social media, your Insta page, because then you know that either one, you're going to have a really good squat because of all the time you spend in the squat, or two, you're going to realize how much time you waste scrolling through the Instagram. Oh, now it's starting to burn. Another 30 seconds, I think. My clock stopped, so see lots of people getting up out of their squat. Are we still in the 2 minutes? I think so. Another 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Ooh, chilly legs. Okay. Let me just quickly see you guys again. Okay. So, how does everybody feel? Okay, you have to unmute your mics, otherwise I can't hear you. Cynthia, how was it for you?
My hips.
The hips don't lie, huh?
I suck at a squat. But it's good.
And you, yeah, it's good. And you, Renee?
Yeah, so good.
How's that ankle mobility coming along?
There's room for improvement.
That's good. Keeping a positive outlook. That's nice. And you, Marit?
It was nice. Good way to start the morning.
Yeah, you kind of feel energized. I'm a little out of breath because it is, yeah, it is a little bit intense, some of it, but everything now feels nice and loose. That's good. And you, Sam?
Good start.
Yeah, good.
Nothing more to say.
That's good. Then spread the word. Okay. Maybe I will maybe look at doing one in the evenings as well. So maybe one for the morning crowd. I really do feel that this is a really good way to start your day. And then maybe one for the evening crowd for those people who either have to work early or who are still sleeping. Muriel, Ilka, you guys had a good time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Ilka, man of many words. And you, Gert-Jan, did you make it through?
Yes. Noticing I'm not mobile at all, so need some
It's
tweaking.
okay. It's something that can be improved, right? Everybody's mobility can improve. Did any of you also notice some imbalances?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have some stuff I need to focus on. Shoot. Okay. Well, guys, then that's it. Marco, you had a good time as well?
Yes.
Yeah, everything nice and loose now?
Yeah, it's necessary with all this demolition in the house and need to
Good.
be
Then now
flexible.
everything, exactly. Now everything is primed, ready for you to go.
Yeah.
So guys, if you check out the videos that we post, those are for a shorter cycle. So this takes about half an hour. Also, I'm talking a lot explaining. But the ones that we post is for like maybe a 15-minute mobility. And the thing with mobility is, guys, you got to do it every day. Otherwise, there's almost, I won't say no point, but if you want to see a real improvement, try and do it every day. Also, I'm trying to keep things interesting by finding different ways to, for instance, stretch your hip so that it's a little bit challenging as well. So yeah, have a look at those videos, and also remember it's something that you can go back and watch again and do again. So it's not just one for each day, but you can do them anytime. Okay?
Yes.
Guys, and that's it. See you guys next time. And yeah, have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Have a nice day, everyone.